I want to touch on this death subject real quick because I think a lot of people out there have fears of it.
Right.
So when I think about death, I think it's a part of life, right? It's we're comfortable with life, we live life, but we're not afraid of it. But the moment somebody brings up death, or if we think about it, our own mortality, and that someday we will die, what makes some people just terrified of it? And I'm sure everyone is scared to die. You know, there may be those out there that'll tell you, no, I'm not scared to die. But deep down, there's some fears of some unknowns. How come people aren't just like freaking out, running around talking about, oh my God, we're going to die? Why are we strangely comfortable with it? Like it's just a part of our human nature. We accept it.
Right.
You think it's people are more so afraid of how they're going to die?
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think we need to know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I think whatever makes us us,
Mm-hmm.
it's just cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, it knows, or we know. It's hard to even explain.
Yeah.
That goes back into like there's something encoded into us that says, hey, we're not here forever.
Yeah.
We understand that and we're cool with that.
Yeah.
So there's no need to freak out.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think like, man, it was a curse to be born, you know? Like, why would I be born into this to experience it for such a short time and then I have to part from it?
Yeah.
You know, there's a part of me that is attached to this,
Yeah.
but then also there's another part of me that's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna die. So what do we do?
Yeah.
You know, what do I do with this?
You think because if we were, you know, as society, I think we should have been teaching ourselves about this when we have our children. Like, hey, this is life, this is death. You know, be comfortable with this. It's a part of nature. Everything dies in the physical form. I mean, as far as we know, right?
Right.
Like we truly never die. But as far as it's physical, because it's all we really know.
Right.
And if we taught ourselves that at a young age and we just kept instilling that, hey, it's okay, things are going to be okay. You know, everyone's done it. Everyone's going to do it. This is something you shouldn't be afraid of. You think people would feel better about it or more accepting and not so afraid of it when it comes to be their time?
It's just hard to say.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we could have conditioned ourselves better to accept death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'd be remiss to say if I didn't have some sort of anxiety about death, because it's truly the greatest unknown outside of my experience. What I've experienced about it,
Right.
you know, I've only went so far. Like people that have a near death experience, they can only tell you, you know, how far they've gotten. They truly don't know because they haven't truly died.
Right.
But they come back with some profound stories that they carry on, that they go on. But what about, you know, why are we so dismissive and don't want to talk about it? Like it's like taboo.
Right.
No one sits down at a dinner table or at a restaurant and go, hey, let's talk about death and our immortality.
Right. People always tend to go with, oh, that's too morbid. Well, we
Yeah.
don't. Why are we talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why aren't we talking about it?
Right.
You know what I mean? What makes it so uncomfortable for you? And I just think that's people's fears of just pushing off the inevitable.
Right.
You know, they don't want to think about it because they're too scared to think about it.
I don't think I'm afraid of death.
Right.
I'm just afraid of the unknown.
Yeah.
Like my everything is attached to this 3-dimensional world.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave it, you know? A big part of me doesn't want to leave, but there's also another part of me that doesn't want to stay forever.
Yeah. And there's some people out there like who commit suicide who just feel totally opposite. Like they are more so apt to be like, whatever's out there, it's got to be better than this.
Right.
You know, some people will rush toward it.
Well, we hope that there's something better than this. Another thing I think about, pertaining to death is I didn't see everything.
Yeah.
There's things I can only see on TV, YouTube, and people out there having a great adventure. Like, I kind of want to know what it's like to be near the pyramids of Giza and, be able to go to Thailand and just sit down with people and have a random conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's so much of this world I will never see. And I feel like, I'm being cheated out of certain things too with this life.
So you think you don't have that much time? Is that what you're saying?
Right. There's not much time to experience it all.
Right.
But yet we live in a world where we really can't experience it all.
Yeah, because we built this financial system
And
that limits people from actually doing stuff like that.
right.
Too.
When we built borders and, we got hate towards each other. I think, if we're young or if we're adolescents and if humans got their shit together,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say we had our shit together, I would think it would be mandatory for every adolescent all over the world to take like a 2-year hiatus, mandatory, go explore everything it is about this planet.
Before you die.
Right.
Yeah.
At a young age, you need to be exposed to everything on this planet.
yeah.
Like, how come we're not doing that? How come we're not like bettering ourselves?
Yeah.
Like, what about people that just stop?
Yeah.
They stop and they go, this is it. This is what I'm taught.
Yeah.
They don't teach death in class. They don't say, hey, look, this is death.
Yeah.
This is what,
You need to do this before. I mean, we can't predict it, but it's within our best. It's within our best education, or it's within your best to get out and go see these things while you still can.
right.
Like there should be some sort of program set up to where you can at least acknowledge and see
Right.
all the cultures and
It shouldn't have to be said,
Yeah,
though. It
yeah.
should just be a mandatory, thing.
Yeah. Well, and people that are like literally on their deathbeds, they have that fear of, man, I didn't do what I wanted really in life.
Right.
And now that I'm stuck looking at this possible terminal illness of me passing within a few months or days or weeks, what do I have to say about it? Like, I should have did this. And that's where that whole, I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking shoulda, coulda, woulda,
Right.
And then when they're going through that process of waiting, or the unknown, will there be a cure, whatever, illness that they're going through, they have to sit and digest that. I'm on limited time.
Right.
Now, I don't know the studies, but I'm sure most come to the realization after the, what do they say? You have the denial, then you have the resentment, and then you have the acceptance of it.
Right.
I just don't understand, like, I don't know what I would do. Like, how long does it take you to be like, okay, it's going to happen. I just need to give up control, give up the material, give up this physical life and just accept it.
Right.
What part of the human condition just says, accept this. Stop fighting. It's your time,
Right.
Because I don't want to carry fear over wherever I go.
No, but you want to break the cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to live life knowing and not forgetting that, hey, tomorrow is not promised.
Yeah.
I kind of want to always keep myself with that narrative, you know?
Yeah, it puts things in perspective too on how much we take for granted. I remember hearing, I forgot what it was, but a guy had terminal cancer and he beat it, right?
Right.
And then he said, it wasn't until then that I could honestly taste what water tastes like. So it put him to the brink where he was just opening himself up to things that he would normally neglect,
Right.
like
Or just take for granted.
or take for granted, like a
Right.
glass of water.
Right.
Something as simple as that.
Looking at a flower
Yeah.
or looking at colors, looking at the sky, a bird, you know? I think everything gets enhanced if a doctor told you, hey, you got 6 months to live.
Yeah.
What would you guys do if you found out you only had 6 months to live? Like, what would you really do? And how come you're not living your life that way?
Yeah. What's preventing you from doing it now? Why should it take that type of
Announcement
yeah. Here's one thing
to
I
just change your whole everything.
yeah, just to get you going or have you thinking.
Right.
Here's what I don't want. I don't want to die taking the shit.
Ooh.
I don't want nobody find me with my pants around my ankles
Right.
taking the shit.
Isn't that how Elvis went? I don't know. I don't know. But
I mean, he had a heart attack. I don't
Right.
know if his pants was down, but I don't want to be found like that.
right.
Because not only do they got to find you,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure your shit is still there. Like they
Right.
got to smell all of that.
And did you completely shit, or is there like a turd still stuck
Oh,
there? Are
yeah.
you prairie dogging
Yeah.
while dead on the loo?
Mm.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
But it's happened.
I know it's happened.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Neither do I.
Yeah. I don't want to die eating like a burrito.
Right.
You know what I mean? You in your car, you're chowing down and you're just dead.
Right.
But you got half a burrito on your shirt.
Yeah.
They're like, look at this son of a bitch. He couldn't even finish,
Choked on his own burrito.
couldn't even finish his food.
Right.
That's how fragile we are.
Right. I do often wonder, like, how am I going to die?
Yeah. I was like, man, I would love I think everybody says that. I just want to die in my sleep.
Right. Because that's the most peaceful thing you can think of.
Yeah, and you would think it'll be just an easy transition. You're dreaming it and you're not.
Right.
Honestly, I just don't want to see it coming. I think that's probably my fear.
Right.
I don't want to see it coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be driving down the road and see a truck coming at me and just you have those brief moments of, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know like what I would be thinking about if there was a truck coming dead at me and I'm like, and it's veering on my side of the lane.
And there's nowhere you can go.
Like, I don't even think you have time to calculate a thought like that. You see it, I don't even know if you go, oh shit,
Yeah.
you know?
I wonder if captions pop up and go game over.
Like that's it? They pulled the plug?
That's it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, game over.
right,
Or you wake up out of your headset like, man, that was an ultimate game of life.
right.
You know? I'm gonna put some more quarters in this. I'm gonna try to get back and trying to find me a different level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder, like, man, how am I going to pass?
Yeah. You just want it to be good. I think everybody just genuinely wants to have a good death, but
Right.
that's not always the case.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be able to handle being told I have a terminal illness. I mean, I guess you handle it, but, you know.
Right. Like I said, at first it's like the denial.
Right,
Can't be. I'm not dying. No, I refuse it.
right,
And then you work your way up to the acceptance. And I would imagine at the acceptance stage, you've truly like, I've tried. If you're a fighter, I've tried. I've done everything. There's nothing I can do. I feel my body getting closer to it. You know, I'm accepting of it. I feel there is a breaking point of just, you know what? Everybody has to do it. I'm next. This is
Right.
my time. This is the end of this physical legacy.
right,
I hope I've done enough to affect someone positively, you know, lovingly. You could that's about all you can do. And then not hold on to the regrets. Just forgive yourself.
right,
I think that's a lot. People just don't want to give up. They don't want to let go of these, like, maybe they're like materialistic. You know, I got too many cars and house and this and that. I'm not letting that go.
right,
Or just stuck in this material mindset where they just don't want to let go.
right.
And I think at some point you're just gonna have to let go because that shit's not going with you.
I remember when our stepdad, John, passed.
Yeah.
Or before he passed, he kept telling me, look, man, I want that fishing pole.
I remember
Or,
that.
I
yeah.
want this hammer, or, you know, and I just didn't have it in my heart to say, you are passing soon.
Yeah.
Like none of this material stuff is coming with you, man.
Just give up.
Right.
Let it go.
I mean, I'll hold on to some of this and use it,
Yeah.
with my kids
Yeah.
so they can experience, the legacy in which you were trying to leave behind.
Right.
But you are passing. Don't focus in on the material,
Yeah.
Focus in on your family
Yeah.
or self-reflect while
Yeah.
you still have time left.
Yeah.
I think I would, if I was told I had a terminal illness, I would want to go out, fly down to either Costa Rica or Peru,
Mm-hmm.
have myself an experience with ayahuasca and reflect, try to really connect with, nature.
Yeah.
Try to really connect on the harmony of Earth.
Yeah.
And I'd probably want to pass somewhere not here. If
Yeah.
I had a choice, I would probably fly somewhere secluded,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want my family to remember me on a deathbed. I don't want that memory instilled in anybody. So if I got that bad piece of information, I would tell the wife, "Hey, look, this is how I want to spend the remainder of my days."
Yeah.
And I think, and people can remember me as I left them.
Yeah. Just a good.
Right.
Yeah. If I got that diagnosis, man, I don't know. I would just, a part of me would just want to go travel. I just don't know how long I can get my head around to the acceptance part, like how fast I can get there.
Right.
But if it's 100% after everything is said and done, then yeah, there'll probably be some things I would want to go and see. But I think I would just want to spend as much time as I could with my kids, the family, and just have some moments of conversation.
Right.
Maybe go to some events and
A family moment.
a family moment, and just be happy,
Right.
and make sure everybody else is okay.
Right.
And just tell them, look, this is okay. At some point, this was going to happen.
Right.
I wish we had taught ourselves younger to accept this, so it wouldn't be so hard when it got to this point. Because the grieving is what sucks, right?
Right.
Everybody just grieves and grieves, and I think that's the hard part. You're dying, and you know that you'll be out of the game, but you know that others are still here to play it, and they're going to grieve for you because they love you, and you're supposed to have that grieving moment. I just hope people have that moment and then just reflect about all the good times and keep it, and then just keep pushing.
Right.
Because at some point, one day or the other, they're going to be there too.
Right.
Because it's all temporary. We hold that grieving, it's temporary. And I'm not saying not have it. I'm just saying try your best to live for others and yourself afterwards, because life goes on,
Right.
And I guess I'm scared of that. People they're going to take it hard,
Right.
And you can't take it hard. You're going to be there soon. You got to have that celebration moment, grieve, and be done with it.
Right.
And I think the best part is that eventually it'll just be over. A big part of you just be like, I just want it over.
Like if you died before me,
Yeah.
and we're twins,
Yeah.
it would crush me.
Yeah. And it's supposed to.
Right. I don't know if I would find a means to carry on. I probably would live more on the edge.
Yeah.
I probably would go and experience things I think I'm terrified of now.
Yeah.
I would probably go and just be on the edge.
Well, I would.
Because there's a half of me that's now gone, and it's
Yeah.
forever gone.
Yeah.
I don't get that back.
Well, physically.
Physically,
Yeah.
I would hope that, hey, I feel your energy on the other side,
Yeah.
and it tells me, oh, okay,
Because
he's here, but he's not, and,
Yeah.
and he's telling me just get on with it.
yeah.
Because
That's what, in the end, I would hope. I'll be like, man, if I'm on the other side, right?
right,
I'm like, oh, this dude better not give up.
don't do nothing stupid.
Yeah. Just, you got to it was going to happen
Right.
sooner or later.
But I'm gonna tell you, like I really do feel like we're one. So I would literally have a different I don't care button.
Yeah.
You know, there would be nothing anyone could tell me
Yeah.
to think otherwise. You know,
I'm in the same boat.
I would have a I don't care button. It would be a crazy ass I don't care button.
Yeah. My wife told me she knew some twins, and this is probably like, I want to say 10 years ago. It could be shorter than that. But the twin died, I want to say she died while giving birth, and the other twin was on the phone with her, and you know, she tried to get to her and all that. She couldn't make it in time before she passed. And she said the other twin was just devastated.
Right.
Just, I can only imagine.
Right.
You know, that it's you. It's literally you, a part of you that just left. You know, so I don't know how she's doing now, but I can only imagine she misses her sister terribly.
Right.
You know, it's just different that you brought that up with the whole twin thing, because it's so much closer. I'm not saying siblings and people that lose their brother or mother is less of an impact.
Right.
But yeah,
when you're literally one person,
yeah,
I just can't fathom it.
yeah.
You know?
And it goes back to what we just said. Well, how come we can't fly and do those things now? We don't
Right.
have that. So you're saying we're just lazy about it and just going to keep on falling into routine?
I think it's just life trying to preserve itself. You know, you don't want to take as many risks.
Yeah,
You want to try and be here as long as possible.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like, you know, we saved up and got all this stuff here.
Right.
You know, how come we can't save up now and go see the pyramids?
Right.
Why does it take that kind of card to get your gears going?
Well, I mean, we got this camera right here,
Right.
and we're literally allowing people to see inside our lives.
Yeah.
Now, our original goal was to get this music off the ground, perform it in a way that was, you know, impactful on a person's life.
Mm-hmm.
That was the original goal.
Yeah.
Then we go, okay, well, let's let people in and see what we do, you know, the stuff that we talk about, which we talk about random things every day in our conversations.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think most people do.
so
Yeah.
to me, that's conquering a fear
Yeah.
that I had
Yeah.
before I have to pass this planet,
Yeah.
you know, or this realm. Now, if you pass before me and let's just say you pass tomorrow,
Right.
because you're still in law enforcement. So
Right.
anything can happen.
Well, anything can happen
know?
outside of law enforcement.
Right. But that just increases the chance of things happening.
Yeah.
You know, my music would get darker.
Yeah.
You know,
Until-
it would get darker till I either get out of that mental aspect.
Yeah.
You know,
Until the time has passed and you healed.
right.
Yeah.
Or maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I stay in a dark place. That's
but-
just reality.
Yeah. But I don't see you doing that, because I wouldn't do that. I would just take I take the bumps and bruises, because back in my mind, I mean, we both still our own people.
Right.
And
But
in the back of my mind, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna get there with them eventually. I might as well just go ahead and saddle up and ride this bad boy out.
but you're forgetting something.
What's that?
That you are a part of me.
I
I'm
know
a
that.
part of you.
I know that.
So along with that, something leaves from me. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be the same person.
Yeah, no one's saying you
Right.
are. I'm not
No.
saying that.
And I know it's your hopes if you pass before me, you would say, hey, continue on that positive path.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing what we were doing.
Yeah.
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when something, the essence of you is gone,
Mm-hmm.
there's no
Yeah, but
sense of normalcy after that.
yeah, but that's your perception of the essence of me is gone, because that's
Right.
all you know.
It's all I know, but I know if, you know, either one of us were to part ways,
Yeah.
it'd be extremely different
Well,
for that
I would
person.
hope that your ass will get it in gear and stop pussyfooting
Yeah.
around and just
I would hope to.
yeah,
But,
stop all that bullshit.
right.
You can only lay in that for so long before you got to go. All right, now I'm done babying up. Let me get my big boy pants on and
Yeah.
do what me and
I
this
mean,
dude started out to do.
I would like to think that would
Yeah.
happen, but I don't know what would happen.
Yeah, because at some point I'm gonna be like, you know what? Dude left me kind of high and dry.
Right.
On a long term trip.
Right.
Like,
Fend for yourself,
like,
you bastard.
yeah, like, hey man,
Right.
you could have at least helped me reduce the debt.
Right.
We still got stuff we gotta pay for. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know,
Bouncing out.
yeah. Now that I said that, I might have to put a little bit of insurance on you, bruh.
Right. Well, I mean, I might have to put it on you. I ain't the one out there toting guns.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I mean, I do tote a gun. But,
Yeah, but you still think that law enforcement is increased. I'm in Mayberry.
I think it's crazy because people out there are crazy.
Okay, but people out there are crazy. You can go shopping mall and get whacked.
Right.
People go to the grocery stores thinking they just gonna shop for a T-bone.
Right.
They don't come back.
Yeah.
Because some dude was just like, I don't like black people or white people shopping for T-bones. I'm going to stop that today.
Right.
And he just killed a few people. So you can have it anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know. So okay. When I go to a grocery store,
Yeah.
I tactically go to a grocery store.
How do you tactically go to a grocery store?
So before I get out of my truck,
Yeah.
I scan the area hardcore.
Oh,
And
yeah, I
then-
do that.
And then once I perceive no threats,
Yeah.
I then check my firearm, make sure I got an extra magazine, and I'm out of the truck quick.
Yeah.
You see how fast I walk.
Yeah.
And I'm on a
With
mission.
purpose.
Right. And I am watching everybody.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
And I always think to myself, okay, if this dude had a gun or this woman had a gun and they start coming unglued, this is where I'll be.
Yeah.
This is where I'll hide.
Yeah.
But I'm getting my goddamn T-bone.
Yeah.
And you're not taking it from me.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to be smart. A lot of people, they just get out of their car aimlessly because they, in that tunnel,
Right.
just want to go shop. But yeah, you want to be, very alert of your surroundings.
Right. I mean, I just don't walk out willy-nilly anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just hypersensitive about this avatar.
Yeah. You want to protect it at all
I want to
costs.
protect it. I want to live, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people just go out there and just be like, I'm going to get that steak. And that's all that's on their mind. Meanwhile, old Roy in the back, he's just
Right.
like, oh, that dude's going to get a steak.
Yeah.
I got to take it from him.
Not today.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you could say that's tactical grocery shopping.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
You're not just going in there to buy groceries. You're going in there and, it could be war on.
Yeah. It's sad that it's come to that,
It is.
that now we can't even send our kids to school,
But it's come to that.
but it's come to that.
And there's no going back.
Yeah. You think everybody should be armed? I mean, not everybody, because I know people have mental disabilities, and I know
Right.
some people should not have a gun. But like,
I don't know. I don't want to dive into that.
yeah,
I don't think that's a topic for us.
yeah, that's true. Because I thought about it, that can lead to all kind of.
Yeah, that's not a topic for us.
But
Our topic should be more lighter than that.
yeah,
To me, that's dark. I'm just speaking from my own experience.
yeah,
I don't want to know if everybody, I don't know.
yeah. But people do it.
Right. I am saying people should be careful when they go out
Yeah.
outside their residence.
And I guess I posed that as because if everybody knew everybody was tactically grocery shopping, you wouldn't have these sorts of situations.
Or would there be less?
There'd be less T-bone snake or snatching,
Right.
right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but with all that said, man, people sure hells ain't scared to live.
No.
I mean, everybody running around here living.
Right.
It's great. Taking things for granted.
It's great until it's not.
It's great until it's not. Yeah, that's
It's morbid.
it is, but
But it has to be said.
it has to be said.
Right.
I think people should sit down with their kids and talk more about it.
Right.
I think I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times with my boys, and one of them, he was just like, "Oh man," he didn't want to really talk about it.
Right.
I feel like that's my fault because I feel like I should have, hey man, let's talk about this. It is okay to cry about it
Right.
or to feel sad about it or scared of it. But it's something we need to talk about because it's going to happen for sure.
Right.
That is 100% what everyone on this planet has in common.
Right.
Pretty soon, sooner or later, that's your ass. I'm just trying to teach you not to be so anxious about it.
Would you want to be
Excited about it.
buried or cremated?
I really don't have an opinion or a preference.
Right.
I mean, because once I'm passed, I just, the body is just what it is. Something that came of the earth that can just go back to it, whether it be buried or cremated.
Right. I think I might put myself on like an organ donator list because I live a pretty healthy lifestyle.
Give somebody else a good fighting
yeah.
chance. I thought about that, but then, conspiracies got me all worked up about that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, some dudes take you out early just to get a liver off of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, well, that could happen regardless.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. This dude just stubbed his toe. And they just put some gas on you.
Right.
Harvest the liver real
Well, shit,
quick.
take his kidney.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Uh-oh, take both kidneys.
Yeah. It was just a toe injury.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know about that sometimes. People got bad intentions. But I would like if it's possible, I would like my organs to save somebody.
Right.
If I ain't gonna make it out of it, give somebody else that fighting chance.
Right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I'm good with it too.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, I don't see no problem with swapping out body parts.
Right. Change subject.
What you got?
I've been thinking about something.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm over this chicken and the egg business, man.
Give me a chance here.
Okay.
How do you think this world would be
Mm-hmm.
if humans didn't have ears? If we couldn't hear?
If we couldn't hear,
Right. Look at where we are now with all of our senses.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how this world is because we have all of these senses.
right?
What would this world be like if we couldn't hear? From day one, we didn't have ears.
Yeah.
Trip on that.
You would listen to one of your friends talking shit.
No, but it'd be a hell of a game of charades.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and do we still have animals?
Yeah, everything's the same.
Oh man, they creeping up on you. Yeah, you're gonna have to find a way to tune in. If you don't have ears, I would hope we evolve with eyes all around our damn heads.
Right. What if we are as we are now, we just don't have ears?
That's gonna be
Think about the senses that are heightened.
yeah. But
Like-
I mean,
Right. And what did we evolve into to help protect us? Trip out on that.
yeah. Yeah, you would have to have some sort of sense outside your body that can help you.
This-
if like a bear was creeping up on your ass,
Right.
How would you know he's coming? Because you can't hear him,
Right.
and you may be distracted doing something, hunting. Let's just say, but you can't hear him coming. So our smell sense game would have to be off the hook.
Right. I would think too, like your family would be the eye, but like there will always be a cipher,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody looking around hardcore.
Yeah, because that's what we would be adapted to.
Right.
Yeah,
But that would be like there's no music.
yeah. There's no
Or
music.
or is there music?
I mean, vibration.
right.
You can feel vibration. I could play the bass and sit in front of the speaker, and you can feel the vibration.
Right.
You can feel the pulse. So the pulse would have you moving
I guess, yeah, there would be something.
because there's some sort of rhythm about nature,
Right.
right? But and with that said, there's still sound outside of our ability not to hear.
Right.
So
I mean, and we still got our nose, so we
Yeah.
might be able to smell things.
that's what I'm saying. Our
oh shit,
sense of smell would
Yeah.
have to be
that's a bear coming up.
yeah, that of a dog or
Right.
like a bloodhound.
Or oh shit, that's a shit throwing monkey around here somewhere.
Yeah, I can smell him.
Right.
Let's not walk under them trees.
Right.
But we know what happens.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a different world.
You could rip a fart. You wouldn't hear it, but you smell it and be
Yeah.
like, "Did you just shit on yourself?"
Well, you know where it's coming from.
Right.
You could smell the trail.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't think we'd be you think we still be judging each other or have these
We'd have eyeballs, so we would know, hey, you're a different color.
yeah. So you still saying that we would probably still have that.
I don't know. I think
that hate about us.
I think this world will look extremely different if
Yeah.
we didn't have ears.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom what the world would look like if we didn't have ears.
We wouldn't have cell phones. I mean, we would. I mean, if the cell phone game, like, it vibrated, you felt it, and you could see the text message.
Text. Right. I think we would still have some of these things,
Right.
but
It'll just be adapted different.
yeah. And I think if we don't have ears, like, how much brain power will we use? Like, will we get into like telepathy at that point? Are you thinking we're going to use more brain power?
Yeah. I mean,
We ain't got to worry about people's opinions becoming fact.
yeah, you won't.
That'd be a hard thing to get through.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if we had to resort to pad and, pen and pad, and I had to sit there and wait for you to write something out, I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, hell no, I'm not waiting this long for you to get this shit out.
Yeah.
Just so you can belittle me? No.
Yeah. 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 If they're trying to insult you,
Right.
yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, look at this
Yeah.
and read it. I'm not sitting around for that.
Right.
Yeah. But if we had telepathy, like you were saying, we didn't have we had like this mental ability where we can understand mental thought,
Right.
because we do that now, right? I'll finish your sentence because I know where it's going. But if we could hear like the thought, that would change the game.
That would.
And that you're able to receive it, right? Because someone put it out there,
Right.
but they can't necessarily receive yours until you lower down some sort of like shield and then put your thought out there.
Right.
And then quickly close your thoughts up. Because if you leave your window open, people's like, they're hearing all your thoughts.
Right.
So there ain't nothing secret.
Right.
You can't lie to nobody.
But if we're using that much brain power, we would know how to
Control it.
control it. File some things away in a proverbial filing cabinet.
And then let some things out
Right.
and send it out.
Right.
Yeah. Put it in the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of what phones is doing now, right?
I mean, you can send a text message.
Yeah. Mhm.
Send.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever see it leave the phone?
Yeah. It's there.
It's there.
You sent it.
So, I mean, technically, we don't need, we don't need to hear, and I guess we don't need our mouths neither.
I mean, we still got to eat. Unless you got a different way for us to stay living.
I mean, what if we just walked around with G-tubes?
Dang. You just born with a G-tube like that?
Or, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's something to think about.
Yeah, that can go deep. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Wouldn't be able to hear shit. Whole different world.
Yeah. I would just be afraid of the things that can creep up on you.
Right.
But now that we have like sound, let's just say that we evolved to not have sound. That'd be hard.
Would be very.
You would miss the sound of an ocean.
Yeah. I would miss the sound of my own voice.
Yeah. Or birds or like, wow.
Would I miss the sound of my own voice?
I mean, maybe.
Huh.
If you a dude that like to talk.
But if I'm thinking to myself,
Right.
not speaking, I could still hear myself. So maybe I wouldn't miss the voice aspect of me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. It kind of goes with it, but you know how we talk to ourselves in our thoughts, in our mind.
Right.
We have these conversations in our mind. I don't find us that far from schizophrenic people, because they just say what's in their mind out loud.
Right.
So aren't we all kind of like schizophrenic? We just have the ability to not say that shit out loud.
Right.
So a dude or a person that's schizophrenic, they just don't have that ability to control it. They have to like live it out and say it out loud.
But that's going to lead us to what normal is and what you consider normal to
Yeah.
be,
And there is no normal.
No.
But it just goes back to that whole, no ears.
Right.
Because I would like to still think that even if we can't hear, there would be some sort of voice in our minds that we could hear, right?
Right.
Yeah. We just couldn't express. Well, I guess we could express it with others. It's just like you said, write it down or put it on a
Right.
text. But how would we formulate language, though?
I think
that'd be the other thing.
Yeah, I think somebody is still gonna. I don't know. Are we?
How do we know to sound out A if we
Right.
can't hear it,
Right.
or B, or put like the alphabets together?
Exactly.
So how do we, what does communication and language look like?
That's what I'm trying to get at, man. It fucks up everything you thought about life.
It takes me too far.
Right.
That's deep.
And it continues to go. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Everything changes. We still basing it off the life of now.
Right.
That's hard.
No ears?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I'm curious. Put something in the comment about that. There's something we missing.
We're missing a lot.
Somebody right now dissecting this and
Right.
going, I got the answer for y'all.
Right.
You're thinking way too hard.
Right.
It's this. But we don't know.
I have not one clue.
The point of the conversation.
But I always wonder,
yeah.
like, I wonder about things like that a lot, especially when we hear bullshitting,
Yeah.
Can't help but to wonder about a lot of things.
Hey, so like text messages, what we were saying earlier, they just go out there. You don't see it leave the phone, but you know
Right.
it's broken down, particleized, and it's going to a satellite and it's binging down on somebody else's phone.
Right.
What's going on with this music? For all the music that we play, that's being played, that's being broadcasted,
Right.
like our thoughts, is this music still being played somewhere? Like, does it just go on?
Yeah, it doesn't
Forever?
stop. I don't think anything truly stops. If you say something out loud, it's out there.
It's out there.
It's moving.
Yeah.
It's alive. It's, and if you find the right hertz,
Yeah. But, does like the orchestration of our music, when we create it, like at a live show, okay, all the sound is being projected out. Does that sound stay together consistently with each other as it's being projected out?
Right.
And then how far does it go? And is it still attached, or is it just like becomes this other wavelength?
a bunch of different segments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And waves that are just continuously going.
Yeah. How does it stay together?
Right.
What makes it cohesive to where it just doesn't dissipate and become, this is in my mind what I'm thinking,
Right.
and just eventually becomes nothing? Like, how far can it really go?
That's above my pay grade.
It is above your pay grade. It's above my pay grade.
Right.
And last I checked, I'm not being paid for this.
Right. I have no idea. I would like to know.
Yeah.
I would like to have somebody come in and talk to us about.
What we can't see.
Right.
I mean, would it be crazy if we could see sound?
Right.
Like, what does sound look like? I mean, I got this interpretation in my mind when I see like sound when it hits water, right? What it does to water. But that's just what it's affecting. But what does it actually look like?
Right.
Like air, what does it actually look like?
Like,
it exists. We know it exists.
Right.
Like dark matter. We can't see it. It's 90% of the universe. But what is it?
Right.
I want to see it.
Right. There's a lot we can't see just because of the spectrum that we can see in.
Yeah.
The spectrum is wide, and I think we only see a very small portion of it.
Yeah.
We don't see in infrared.
Yeah. The gamma.
Right. So what's going on in that spectrum?
Yeah.
I know bugs can see certain spectrums.
Yo, I heard that there's bugs having sexual relations on our face and we can't see it.
Right.
What's up with that?
Yeah. I mean, our bodies are a planet in itself.
In itself.
Things just living on us. And without these bacterias and microscopic bugs,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because they clean up like your dead
Right.
skin.
Right. I mean, we ourselves are hosting,
Another organism.
right, full-on environments that depend on us.
So, hey, do you think there's something on those bugs that
Right.
that host them that just goes on and on and
It
on?
doesn't stop.
Or is there a stopping point?
I don't know if who draws the line?
Yeah, because if I think about the universe and I think about all these galaxies, which are big, right?
Right.
And all these galaxies, they got planets. And there's something on those planets like us. So not only is the planet starting off barely as a pinprick, but then you got the whatever lives on it that's smaller than the planet, and something that lives on that host that's smaller than that host.
Right.
And it just, how far does it go?
Right.
Because right now I'm starting to feel really small on the cosmic sense of things. I'm starting to feel like an atom.
Right.
Because if you think about it, in that type of setting, we are very tiny.
We are.
And it's kind of like, I feel like if I was to yell on Earth in our galaxy, no one's going to hear me in a different galaxy. That is, you're not even registering on the galactic scale.
Right.
But as far as I know, any ripple that we affect, like I was saying with our music, how far does that go? Is everything entangled on this web that we just can't see? And whatever I do to pull on a certain web, it's felt way across the other
Right.
side of the cosmos because it's all connected and entangled. I would like to see stuff like that.
Right. And maybe you just can't see it in this dimension.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just not meant to see it in this dimension.
What if we just actually just meant to live this physical life, mind your own damn business, and wait until death comes, and then you figure it out at all? But
Right.
right now, that's not the focus.
Right.
Right now, the focus is just living this. All that'll come in time.
Right.
Or I'll be so bent on that. You know what I mean? Maybe we should just mind our own damn business.
Maybe.
Stop worrying about it.
Right.
But human nature is always curious, aren't we?
Right. And we want to explore everything.
Yeah, we want to find out things.
Right.
Some want to find out things to a different extent, though. Like, I saw a video where this dude was in a boat and he thought he saw Bigfoot. It showed footage of a Bigfoot, and he turns his boat in that direction.
Right.
Like, that's the kind of curiosity I don't have. Like, what
Right.
tells you, hey man, there's some sort of strange monster on shore.
Right.
I better go investigate.
Right.
I'm
No.
curious.
Nah. No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Who does that?
Yeah. If everything in my body is saying this could potentially fuck us up,
Yeah.
I am not going to investigate.
Yeah, not at all.
Nope. I'm going to mind my own business.
Yeah. I'm just not that curious.
Right. I am not trying to put my head somewhere where something can slap this shit out of it,
Yeah.
potentially cut it off, put it in his pocket, and be like, there's another trophy.
Yeah.
That's not me.
One of them stupid ass humans just came up to me
Right.
again.
Again. Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Nope.
I don't know where the curiosity stops. But again, that's part of human nature. It's what we do. We're
Right.
just curious. What's outside of our planet? What's out there? Look at the stars. What's up there?
Right.
Is it looking back at me thinking the same thing? Curious. I think we're gonna always have that too.
Which is fun, but at the same time, it will kill a cat.
Yeah. Yeah, we just got to. I don't like the fact that we're so curious that we want to go live on other planets and see what they're like. I don't think we should be doing that until we get our shit together.
Right. And then we leave our trash on the fucking planet. It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
We already doing what we're doing
Right.
here. I don't think we should go nowhere until we're able to do that safely without losing life, and until we get our shit together here.
Right.
We still dealing with like baby thought. Oh, that person's black, that person's white, this person's gay, that person's religious, this person's atheist.
Right.
We can't even agree to disagree with one another, but yet we want to go out there and see what's out there waiting for us. The concept is ingenious. And I think ultimately that's going to be the way to save humanity, because
Right.
we need to get off the planet to see if we can't, sustain ourselves on a different system.
I don't think we need to get off the
No,
planet.
but it's our
but-
curiosity.
right.
And I think it's a human thing to do, is to go be curious,
Right.
right? It's just, I don't want to do that, or this is just my opinion again. I don't think we should do that until we are okay with each other.
Right. Yeah, we got to fix this.
Yeah, we got to fix us first. You know who had it right? Like when we were kids and we used to watch Star Trek.
Right.
I watched Star Trek and I honestly looked at it and went, man, we've gotten so far, we're not even racist anymore because we on a spaceship with aliens.
Right.
We've made it.
Yeah.
That's what I think about. Like Star Wars.
Right.
Star Wars has it right, but ultimately we still fight ourselves. So kind of we didn't make it, but we're beyond the point of racism, gay, and all that because obviously now I'm hanging out with Chewie.
Right.
You know, this is a hairy ass dude, Bigfoot in his own right, and he's flying ships with me.
Right.
So at some point we made it. I thought Star Trek was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica was crazy.
Yeah. It just showed a different side of
Right.
our progression.
And
Like,
it still showed war, but we found means to unite as one.
yeah. Now we gotta tackle other civilizations that are hell bent on destruction.
Right.
So we come together as this federation to be like, we can't do this no more. You guys, you either need to be a part of the peace federation or we can't coexist and we're gonna try to eradicate you.
Right.
I mean, war is war, but you know what I mean?
I would like to think if we're traveling amongst the stars, all that bullshit is done away with.
Yeah.
All that simple-minded bullshit is gone.
Yeah. It would have to be. And I kind of say that we're doing it now with the space station. You know, we got almost a lot of countries involved with it.
Right.
And I'm sure the astronauts right now in the space station look down on Earth with a different appreciation for it. They look back on Earth and go, why are we like this? Look at us. The Earth is so beautiful. And we're up here getting along just great.
Right.
But when we go back home, we're going to subject ourselves to the segregation and the bullshit.
We're going to forget all about what we just witnessed.
Exactly.
Yeah. We do it to ourselves. We are in the situations we are in today because of us.
I know.
And we're not going to change.
Yeah.
I like to think we're going to change, but we're not going to change.
Maybe everybody needs to, I want to say it's Bezos. Who's doing that? They're putting everybody on these little capsules and they're ballooning them up
Right.
to the stratosphere.
Bezos and...
so they can just appreciate Earth.
Right.
But they're making it to the point where, you know, common folk can't afford it. Again,
Right.
It's like, you know, you got to be rich to do this. But I think if you got that different appreciation of where we come from and you're looking at Earth, maybe it'll hit you and like, oh, this is beautiful. And then when you set back down on Earth, you're like, oh, now the bullshit hit me again.
Right. Here we go again.
Here we go again. I can't go to China. I can't do this. I can't do that because we built these fictitious walls,
Right.
these fictitious borders on how to segregate ourselves and not, you know, love one another.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, and that will go back to, I just really hope there's some civilization out there in a vast distance that just has it right. I would like to know what they did. I would like to know what they did to get there. Like
Right.
what happened?
What was the turning point?
What was the turning point? What was the breaking point?
that said, oh shit, we're doing this completely wrong.
Yeah.
We need to scrap this plan, write a new plan.
Yeah.
Bam, that works. Let's go.
Whatever it did, it was like everybody was in agreement.
Right.
But would that have been like an outside influence? I would have to imagine it was something so life detriment that it was like a no-brainer.
Right.
Like we have no choice.
Right. We only have like 100 years to get off this planet and come together, or no one leaves
Yeah.
and everything is done.
Yo, I think if that was the case, I think we'd be in a different place.
Right. I don't think it needs to be an outside source every time,
Yeah.
you know,
It just needs to be something within us.
big enough.
Yeah. To say, wait a minute, we need to put the brakes on it.
Right.
Yeah, because when you get and you look at I don't like talking about politics, but when you look at politicians, what part of them forgot where they came from, what they were fighting for?
Right.
It's never like someone of a good intent. Like you and I or some of our friends and people that we know that have like honest, good intentions and they really care about people. What happened? How come they can't just, when they go to work, go, you know what? It's not about the affiliation. It's not about Democrat. It's not about Republican or independent. What do we need to do to get ourselves right? How come they can't sit at a table and just agree to disagree or say, hey, you know what? You're right. I'm right. We're all right. Now let's take out all the bullshit, bring in all the good shit,
Right.
and focus in on this and solidify this. Let's just start there. And then we can like build our way up and extrapolate. You know what I mean?
Right.
How come we can't do that? Why can you and I and our friends and people we know do that easy and people in Congress can't?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You asking the wrong dude
I know,
above my
but
pay grade.
I'm just curious on things
Right.
like that. I have to ask these questions.
Yeah, I'll never give you an answer for it.
I know it.
I don't have any of those answers.
Yeah.
I could tell you what,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like when people don't know shit.
Right.
I'm comfortable with not knowing shit.
I mean, it's cool to think about, but hey, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you know I'm a big fan of that. I don't know.
You're right. Not a bigger fan than me.
Yeah. I wish, again, I'll say it again, Congress, be honest.
Right.
Yo, we don't know how we going to do this shit, but give us a couple weeks and we're going to figure it out.
They ain't listening to the people. So
At all.
at all.
Well, if you got the right money, they'll listen to you.
But
Pushing in agendas,
well, yeah.
you know.
And you shouldn't be
But that's where we are.
you shouldn't be in office if you gotta accept currency, and
Yeah. But that's where we are.
that's what determines
Yeah, everything.
right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just get overly concerned.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be.
Nah.
Because right now it's out of my control.
You're not gonna change anything.
Yeah.
It's just you and I talking,
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
you know? And I don't think we know what's best for this world, so hey.
Yeah.
We
You just voice your concerns and
right.
opinion
And that's it.
and leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
I don't know what's best for me half the time.
Right.
I still try to tell myself, you don't really need to eat that Big Mac, bruh. Do you?
I don't know.
And then I go, yeah, man, I'm hungry and I ain't had a Big Mac in a while.
Right.
But you know what it does to you? You know what I'm saying?
It'll make you fat.
It'll make you fat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I can't fit my clothes no more. You know, me and the wife, and I know you on this new kick, this whole no sugar,
Yeah.
no bad carbs.
Man, it's hard.
It's tearing my ass up.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about Lucky Charms,
Yeah.
Apple Jacks. Like, sugar is a highly addictive drug.
It is. I know, man, because I don't want to say I was dreaming about it, but I could have been. But I was eating a honey bun in my mind.
And I'm telling you,
And I like honey buns.
it's affected me so bad that I had to bring it up right now.
Yeah, withdrawal.
And I'm on I think we're on day 9.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
And my mood swings, boy.
Ooh. Just an asshole for
I'm
no
an
reason.
asshole.
Yeah, sugar is cold-blooded.
Right.
Kicking it is cold-blooded.
And she threw everything in the house away that
Yeah.
has sugar or added sugar.
I didn't do that. In my closet, I got a big-ass king-size box of Cocoa Pebbles in the
Yeah.
closet. And whenever I hit the clothes section just right, I get a glimpse of it, and I kind of look back there and I go, oh, Barney and Bam Bam, they want to party today.
Yeah.
Bam Bam looking at me like, how come you won't eat these delicious Cocoa Pebbles? Then the part of my mind goes, I can't listen to you, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to do that no more. But I'll leave the box there. It's like a reminder of what not to do.
See, I can't do that.
I know.
I see that box there.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat that whole box in one sitting and go, now, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. But I need that box there. It kind of keeps me at bay. But at some time, I was like, I'm going to get real weak.
Right.
And I'm just going to devour that box.
Yeah.
And whoever made Cocoa Pebbles, hey, kudos to you because you know what you're doing. You know 2 bowls is a box
It's deadly.
or a box is 2 bowls.
Mm-hmm.
That dude made that, and he was like, I'm going to make it just enough for just like 2 bowls.
Right.
He's going to want more. That's a cold game you just did.
Or Haagen-Dazs.
Hey, yeah.
God. Oh.
Oh. Some of these things that we've created for ourselves, they cold-blooded.
They're cold-blooded. I mean, I know you can consume these things if you just, today, I'm going to have a Winchell's donut. Remember Winchell's?
Oh, yeah.
Today, I'm going to have a Winchell's donut. I'm just going to have one donut.
Yeah.
And in like 3 months, I may come back and revisit.
Yeah.
I'm not that dude.
Yeah.
Because I'll go into, today, I'm going to have a Winchell's donut. And then tomorrow, I'm going to have 6 of them.
Yeah.
And then 2 days after that, I'm just going to do this dozen.
Yeah.
You know, you can't let these donuts just go to waste. There's somebody out there making these donuts,
Yeah.
you know, and they're putting their heart into it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to help you, sir.
Yeah. I
You
need
know?
to taste all of them.
Right.
Just to make sure your donut game is on par.
It's on par.
Yeah, it's cold-blooded,
Right.
man. Yeah, addiction is something, ain't it?
It is.
And I don't care what your addiction is. It's something.
It's something.
You may have a running addiction. You just may like to run.
Right.
And sometimes it's like not good for you to do that. Like your doctor may say, okay, you need to stop the running.
Right.
But something about you says, no, we need to run for the rest of our lives
Right.
until our knees are shot out.
Yeah.
You know, addiction comes in all flavors.
I just think that white dope is hard to kick.
Yeah.
What I mean by white dope, I mean sugar.
Yeah. And in pharmaceutical game.
The
that
pharmaceutical
Western medication.
Well, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
I already
at all.
know I'm not trading not one thing
Yeah,
for
another
a million
complication.
other. Right. I just know that this sugar game
it's habit for
it's
me.
got me.
Yeah, it's habit
You
for
know,
me.
and trying to kick it
Yeah.
is wild.
And but you could say that about like
I was dreaming of Sugar Smacks, man.
yeah.
This little frog was just hopping along talking about follow me. I know where a big ass bowl of Sugar Smacks is.
Yeah.
I'm like, word, let's go.
Yeah. I gotta follow this
Yeah.
dude. But it would be to the same to a heroin addict, cocaine.
Sugar Chris.
Yeah.
You know, hey, go ahead. I hate to cut you
Yeah.
off, but yo,
I can see right now you fiending.
hey, it's wild on me right now.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about it.
I'm gonna get past it,
Yeah.
but
We
not right now.
We're gonna leave this podcast and you about to do something to yourself.
No, I won't. I won't. Because then there's that defeat, like, oh, you weak-minded bastard.
Yeah.
You couldn't get around this sugar curve, you know?
Well, I mean, and I was gonna say about that with like people that's like strung out on heroin or the fentanyl game.
Right.
I don't, a lot of them don't have that. Oh, you weak bastard, because it's so strong.
It's strong.
So when you talk about addiction, I think it has to do with that particular individual on how weak the mind is,
Right.
or how strong their mind is. You and I can just, it took us a while, but we were like, at some point, we was like, no, we need to stop all the sugar intake. We know it's bad for us,
Right.
so we stop. I'm not saying everybody can't do this, but it's a hard thing, addiction.
It's crazy.
Right. So for those that are on some heavier shit, I'm not saying sugar is not heavy, but like what I was saying, like cocaine or heroin or whatever their addictions may be, at some point, it's probably how strong your mental condition is.
Right.
Right. You would have to really, really, really want to quit to stop.
Right.
So addiction, that's how powerful it is. Like,
Right. I went cold turkey.
yeah.
It was just like, okay, I told the wife, I need help quitting sugar. She like, you need help? I'm like, I need help. Next day, she threw everything away. I'm like, well, damn, I don't need that kind of help like right away.
Yeah. Can we just slowly introduce me into
Like slowly get me off the sugar. I might have some kind of chaotic breakdown.
Yeah.
You know?
She didn't care. She was
She
like,
was just
oh, you
like,
want
no.
some help?
You want help? Here
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. You thinking about jumping off the cliff? She push you.
Right.
Well, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah. Why we
Yeah.
we got to go off the
Yeah.
cliff?
You couldn't give me a pair of shoes?
She threw away all the sugar.
That's intense.
I said, all the sugar?
Yeah, because you can't just take a heroin addict straight off of heroin.
No.
There's steps and protocols
No.
you got to go through.
And I like that oat milk.
Yeah.
Oat milk got a little bit of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Do it away.
Yeah.
Or try to pawn it off on you.
Yeah.
She was like, no, what you're going to do is you're going to sit here and drink this unsweetened almond milk. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool with an Oreo cookie or something.
Yeah. but we got to do something to
Right.
like ease me into it.
You know it's bad when it's in your dreams.
Yeah, that's
I
one.
had a dream I was sneaking Candy into the room like, oh,
Oh,
she ain't
man.
gonna see this.
Yeah. How will she ever know?
Right,
Yeah, you start lying to yourself.
right.
That's that ego monkey.
Man, I would like, right now I'm thinking about
Why your eyes closed, man?
because I'm trying to be in the moment. Let me have my moment. This is how I get around the sugar fix.
Yeah,
Now look,
that's scary, man.
go with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to go with you because
I
I'm
need
craving
you
it.
with me right now.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
So, a big ass bag of Twizzlers.
Yeah.
Oh,
But see, I mean, I like Twizzlers, but not like that. If I'm going to go with you, I'm going to
Right.
have to get a big ass bag of Twix.
okay. Now you with me,
Okay, we together now. Let's
Yeah.
go. Go onward. Where you going
Yeah.
with this?
man.
Oh, so yeah, you just talking about it.
No,
I thought we was
So-
going to get up and just go to the store and be about it.
you remember Abba Zaba?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever they put in Abba Zaba.
Yeah.
Or Big Hunk. Remember Big Hunk?
Yeah.
Big long taffy.
Oh, yeah.
God, dog. Whatever you knew, they put the finest of finest sugar in there.
Yeah.
It's just like once a dude bite into this,
Yeah.
we got him.
Man, you setting us up right now.
I'm not, but
I don't like where this is
this
going.
is how I get around the sugar fix. I got to talk about it. If I don't talk about it, I might do something crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you doing nothing crazy. You know. 'Cause
Look.
you know what dudes do for their addiction?
What they do? Look,
Do
we
I
ain't
gotta
going.
say it
We
anymore?
ain't going there.
Smoke it?
Yeah, I ain't never doing nothing like that.
How far will it take
that
you?
addiction ain't that strong.
Yeah. Yo, man, I really need that Snickers,
Right.
man. Meet me around the corner.
Right. Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I would sell my pinky finger before I even think about something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Some,
yeah.
addiction is so strong, some dudes resort to that.
Right. That's crazy in itself.
Like, how bad you gotta be to be like, yo, meet me around the corner, man. I
Yeah.
got to get that Snicker game.
Right. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think sugar got me like that, but sugar does. It had me for quite a bit.
Yeah. And it will. I know at some point I am, because I'm human, right? I know at some point my ego is going to give me an excuse and go, it's the holidays. It's your birthday.
Right.
Hey, man, just go ahead, relax. You're doing great.
Right.
Have a Twix. It ain't going to hurt you. It's moderation.
Right.
But then once you taste that sugar, you're like,
Oh,
I can have one, a week from now. It ain't going to hurt. And then it's slowly going to just roll itself back.
right.
So I think I'm more or less trying to train myself of moderation,
Right.
not be so piggish about it. The gluttony is what gets you.
Right. But I mean, it's the reason why alcoholics don't ever take a drink again because
They know where it'll put them.
right.
Yeah.
One would turn into two would turn into I'm just gonna get shit faced today.
Yeah. But and sugar is different. You can consume that with moderation if you have the mental fortitude
Right.
to do so. As far as drinking, that's a whole different beast because it does something totally different to your mind state.
Right.
If people was walking around here eating Twix and can't even walk after like 3 or 4 of them, can't even
Right.
operate a vehicle, then that's something different.
Being off sugar for 9 days, I could tell you there's some positives about it.
Okay, what you got? What have you learned
So I
on
don't
9 days?
so I don't have inflammation like I used to. I
Right.
used to complain of like certain joint pains.
Yeah.
And I was a farrier for a little bit longer than you were.
Yeah.
So I would have like some joint pains.
Yeah.
I stopped the sugar for 9 days. And like I really don't feel all of those, complications.
Yeah. I feel like I have more energy.
Right. I
I
feel
don't-
like things taste sweeter now than they
Mhm.
ever have.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, so like certain fruits,
Right.
like last night we had just tea with no honey.
Right.
The tea was like delicious.
It was
It was
sweet.
sweet. But is that
Right.
our mind saying it's just compensating?
I just think sugar was probably, I mean, if it's strong enough to keep inflation in your or inflammation in your body,
Mm-hmm.
and it's strong enough then it should be strong enough to conquer certain, taste buds and
Yeah.
mess your sensory all up.
Yeah. So because you're used to tasting sugar,
Right.
everything now tastes like sugar.
I mean, man, on day 5 was hard.
Yeah. What was you going through on day 5?
I just couldn't. I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I had these real irritable situations,
Yeah.
anxiety,
Yeah. Yeah.
sweating at night.
Oh yeah. Hot flashes.
That's how. But she was like, "Look at how many things have sugar in them
Yeah. Everything.
and added sugar."
Yeah.
You
Everything.
know, and I was just like, "Man." She was like, "What do you want from the grocery store?" I'm like, "You really gonna ask me some bullshit like that?
Yeah. You know what I want from the grocery store?
You just might as well go ahead and order the shit, because anything I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
it's gonna have something sweet in it."
Yeah. And it's hard to find things that doesn't have,
Right.
know, sugar added to it.
Right.
The best way to overcome it, and I'm sure a lot of people know this, is you gotta shop that perimeter grocery store out. If you ain't in the perimeter, the outer perimeter,
Right.
and you keep your silly ass out the
The aisles.
aisles, you
Yeah.
good.
Right.
But the moment you hit them aisles, that's where all the juju is. Not all, but that's where it's located.
Right. All the preservatives and
And that's why they put all the good stuff on it, and
canned goods.
and they make it expensive.
Right.
And right now things are getting expensive.
It did cut our grocery bill like more than half.
I bet it did, because now you don't have all the bullshit in there.
Right. And I feel good. Like my workouts, I can go longer and not
Yeah.
feel tired
Sluggish.
throughout the day.
Yeah.
Sugar highs and sugar crashes, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You just got to train. I mean, for some people that are like really conscious about their body and they're workout enthusiasts, they've overcome those hurdles, and now they live a more, healthy life.
Right.
But I'm sure at one point they were like everyone else and just struggle. I think once you get over that certain hurdle, once you conquer it mentally, you don't need it anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Then you can start living a little bit more healthier and happy with life.
Yeah, I like to think my superpowers are my mental is strong
Yeah.
and it's fortified and nothing can conquer us,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But goddamn, that sugar, like, I'm your kryptonite.
It is. Well, everybody's got
Yeah.
their weakness.
I'm going to break you.
Yeah. But again, I mean, like, sugar is different. You can have it, but you just gotta
Right.
practice moderation.
Now I'm to the point where I don't want to fail.
Yeah.
And so when I get into I don't want to fail stage, I probably won't go back to sugar for quite some time. And if I do, it's going to be like you said, it's a holiday, dinner.
Yeah.
I might consume a little bit, but I might feel so guilty because when I get in that mode of just nothing's going to conquer me,
Yeah. It wouldn't be even worth it to
it
try
wouldn't be
it.
worth it.
Yeah, because you know what it's gonna do to you mentally.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel for those people out there that are really struggling to like get their weight under control. Because you don't have to be overweight to understand that type of struggle.
Right.
Some people that get to that obese range, they look back and go, how did I get here?
Right.
And it's so easy on how to get there. Like, I can understand how one can get there, because that's all that's in front of you. That's readily available. It's affordable.
Right.
It's easy to get.
Very easy.
Easy to consume. And it's like this comfort food, but as you're eating it, it just, for people that have problems, it's like a coping, like, oh, I'll just eat this and it makes me feel better temporarily. And then when I'm done eating it, I'm back to the depression of why did I do it? But then you
Right.
constantly go back to it. So I get it. And it's just a mind game. I think you have to cure the problem of why you're there in the first place. Like what's
Right.
making you do that to yourself, like consuming all the sugar. There's some underlying problem, whether it's, I was beat as a kid, or, something horrific. I was molested, or I was
Right.
deprived of food as a kid. And people, I think, are scarred by some things that they have to fix. Like there's some underlying.
So you're saying it's trauma.
I think for some people it could be trauma, and that's in the sugar or the eating is like a coping mechanism. It just it takes them away from that trauma, and they just
Right.
like, this is my coping.
I just know sugar is a cold-blooded thing.
It is. It is. Because it does so much to you.
Right.
I think it's like the leading cause of cancer, isn't it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure
I
on
don't
that,
know.
but I think it's. I think sugar is like cancer, like loves sugar,
I mean,
right?
if I had to go out there and say you absolutely right
Yeah.
on something,
Yeah, we'll have to look
I
that
think you
up.
close.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
I know sugar is just a nasty thing.
Yeah, yeah. If somebody's watching this and they are a specialist in that sugar, hit us up in the comments. You know, educate me. I mean,
Right.
I can Google it, but I just want to know who's watching.
Yeah. I like to stay away from Googling things, man.
I do. I want to go back to taking the dude's word for it.
Yeah. Like Google cannot be right about everything.
I mean, I'm sure the data is in there and some of it is factual,
Right.
but yeah, I want to go back to taking the dude's word for
It's
it.
just a global encyclopedia, but anybody can put
Anything in Google.
anything in there, their
Yeah.
own information.
Somebody's out there that's doing the real work that has
Right.
the data that can inform us.
Right. You know, I learned something that I thought was very interesting.
What is that?
And I heard it through the missus.
Mm-hmm.
There is a breed of monkeys out there
Okay.
somewhere. I
Right.
can't remember where these monkeys were.
Right.
But if they have issues within the family
Uh-huh.
or the pack,
Right.
and the monkeys know that there's a trouble starter,
Mm-hmm.
you know how they work things out?
Well, enlighten me.
They fuck it out.
Wait,
They have one big orgy as a family,
what?
and that's how they work their issues out. What's up with that?
Man, that's a
Yeah, there's a monkey species out there.
yeah.
They just hump away their problems, man.
Yeah.
Like, hump them away.
Damn.
Right.
And they just get along afterwards?
It just clears the water. They're like, okay, well, hey, now that that's over with, back to everyday life.
Yeah.
I know y'all know what I'm talking about. There are some monkeys out there that hump their problems away.
But what if you got that uncle monkey who just like starting shit just to get the orgy going?
I mean, it's possible.
You know what I mean? You got that monkey out there. He like, all right, yeah, we good. We just did this.
Right.
I'm gonna go over here, pull some strings, abracadabra. We all humping again.
Yeah.
You got that monkey out there for sure.
He just like to hump.
Yeah, he just like to have the family get together every now
Right.
and then. You know, he'd be
Yeah.
making up shit.
He'll look at Harry and be like, I'm gonna push Harry off the tree.
Yeah, and everybody see him do it.
You're like, why you do that, man? Why all this aggression?
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
it's time to hump.
Yeah, yeah. He'll come back. I'm sorry, I don't know what got into
Right.
me. I knew he was hairy. I
Right.
knew it was a height issue for the dude.
Right,
Please forgive me.
right,
Get everybody together. They go, we got to forgive him.
right.
Let's hump.
I wonder if Harry, don't forget about what just keeps randomly happening to him.
Yeah.
And he don't climb his ass up the tree and be like, look, motherfucker,
I know what you're trying to do.
this is the last time you're going to push me off this tree.
Yeah, ain't gonna be too many more of these tree pushers.
Right. I know I'm on to your game.
Yeah. And then everybody start wising up.
Right.
Yo, this dude is constantly starting shit.
Or I wonder if there are certain monkeys that go, man, I want a piece of her. I can never get a piece of her. She tied to that dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna go push Harry.
Yeah. Where's Harry at?
Yeah.
All right, now we're all on. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, that's a cold game too.
Monkey heaven.
Yeah. I wonder how that evolved in in the monkey species.
Right. How did that happen?
Like what monkey sat there and go, you know what? We got our problems, but I think what we need to do is, in order to get over ourselves,
we need to fuck it out.
we need to just go ahead and pound this out real
Yeah.
quick
As a unit.
as a unit.
Right.
I can tell you what, I think a good old fashioned pounding out makes everything better. I can't say that I disagree with the monkeys.
Right. Like, what if that was the cure for all? Like, even if we put that in the human aspect.
Well, you know when you have that makeup sex.
Yeah.
You know how when you piss your counterpart off
Right.
and both of y'all pissed,
Right.
and then you both see that you were both a bunch of dumbasses.
Yeah.
You step out of your egos and go, we need to go ahead and pound this out. And when you're pounding it out,
Right.
it's the best pounding of everybody's lives.
Yeah.
It's so good, in fact, because I can speak on this. You can take your punk ass to sleep.
Right.
Forget about everything.
Forget about it all.
Wake up feeling
Yeah.
all brand new.
Yeah, that's a genius. Like monkeys are smarter than what we think they are. That's a genius plan.
Monkeys just ain't scared to put it all out there.
Right.
They don't have no preconceived notions. I mean, they do, but they don't care.
Right.
They're not like us.
It's truly scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
Right.
Forgive and be forgotten or
Right.
forgiven. Yeah.
Right.
Be done with it. Just pound it out.
Right.
Now let's get on the forge and get these bananas going, man.
I think Harry would be afraid to turn his back to let somebody scratch his because he'd be like, look, you motherfuckers is always pushing me off this tree.
Yeah, I think Harry would do it, but he gonna do it on the ground
Yeah.
though. He's not gonna get into too many more trees.
No, and he's probably got like trauma on him too. Like,
Yeah.
look, every time I get up there, y'all picking on me.
Yeah.
What about me makes you want to keep pushing me off to get this orgy sparked off?
Why y'all not over there messing with Larry?
Right,
Why do I have to be the fodder?
right,
Yeah, at some point, Harry gonna like, I gotta find me a new tribe of sexually active monkeys because this
Right.
one is obviously dead set against me, or they're just using me for
Right.
the starter. And I don't like it.
no,
Now, if it was in rotation, he'd be cool with it.
right.
Yeah, poor Harry. But at the end of the day, they just hump and make it better.
That's a solid deal.
It'd probably get rid of a lot of our issues. You know, because I think a lot of people just have a lot of built up sexual frustrations.
Right,
Like if you meet somebody, you know, married or not, and we was all okay with it, and you had that connection,
right,
and you hung out with them a lot, or you worked with that person a lot,
right,
and you got that chemically induced, the pheromones are just right. You're two loving beings, and y'all just need to go ahead and pound it out, clear
Right.
the air, and start working with each other.
That's life without instructions.
That's life without instructions.
right,
Who says that's not okay?
right,
It's probably okay if we didn't have all these damn own judgments against us.
right. And lions, they got a bunch of women
Yeah, they do.
just rolling around, and
Yeah.
just take his pick of the
Yeah.
pride.
Same with horses.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. Why are we any different?
Yeah. And you look at something that's male and female, that tends to be what it is. It's made to procreate. It's made to make more
Right.
of itself. They don't have any of these things weighing on them. A horse doesn't go, oh no, I can't have that other mare.
Right. But they're not looked at as different. Now, if there is a human connection with another human,
Yeah.
man and woman, man and man, whatever,
Yeah.
woman and woman,
Yeah.
if that person wants to live their life with one other person and one other person
So be it.
only, so be it.
Yeah. What does it matter?
Right.
It's love.
Right.
It's-
And you engage on that with that person
Yeah.
and you guys live that life experience. That's fine and dandy.
Yeah.
But if you a dude and you want to get out there and just have at it
Yeah.
with anything,
Yeah.
go do that.
Yeah.
But
And-
don't drag someone else along
Yeah.
if they're not into the same stuff. Like, do you?
Yeah, and we are not condoning that we're going to go out and cheat on our wives and everybody should go out and cheat on people. We're not saying that. We're just saying that we put a lot on ourselves.
Right.
How do we know it's not a normal thing
Right.
outside of what your beliefs are now?
Like if you love somebody and you truly feel like, oh, I could be with this person.
And that person feels the same about you. What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Right.
Why are we so not accepting that type of
Right.
event? You know what I mean?
The monkeys are like, hey,
The monkeys can do it.
they're like, yo, let's go. Simple thinking.
Yeah,
It brings peace.
yeah. Works for them.
Don't fight the urges.
Yeah,
They're just human things that it's a part of you.
yeah.
I don't know. I think we're going a little too deep in it, maybe, but
But it's one of those things, man.
Right.
We do it to ourselves. It should just be okay.
right.
I mean, I don't judge anybody for it, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I can't fault nobody for that.
It can either be a mistake or it can honestly be, hey, I felt something for that person at the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with this person forever, but I felt something that drew me in and I wanted that connection. The other person wanted that connection,
Yeah.
for that time being.
Yeah. And then there's like it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Bounce out.
You got it out of the way,
Right.
it's over.
Yeah.
And everybody's cool with it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Yeah. Well, we're gonna get out of here on top of them monkeys. Let us know if you think the monkey idea is a good idea.
Right.
I
I mean, it's a good idea to them.
yeah, it works for the monkeys, but do you think it would work for us?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm just curious what other people think about this.
Right. You remember Hostess Chocodiles?
Yeah.
Man, I would love to have me a Hostess Chocodile
Yeah,
right
that
now.
sounds really good.
You know, I won't eat I would eat the whole thing.
You would, because I'll probably help you do it.
Right, you would.
Yeah. You ready to get out of here?
Yeah, as long as we ain't gonna get no Twinkies or nothing.
I mean, I can't promise you shit.
Right. Damn.
Yeah.
And I was looking, to you for strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go get some Twinkies.
All right.